It has been a really long time since I last uploaded, and I thought, since I just went to a toy show, what better to make a video on than some cool bootlegs that I got. So here they are. They are THUNDERCATS Mexican bootlegs. So these things are amazing. Like, I could not pass up buying these. It was just too good of a deal. The dude was asking $15 a piece, and I ended up buying the Mumra and then coming back right after because I just could not pass up the other two because they were just so good. He's asking $15 a piece. I got this one for $15 and got these other two for $25. So in all, of an amazing deal. That's just what you get at a toy show because people are not selling things for what they're worth, because if they were, then people wouldn't go to the toy show. So you get really good deals. And this one, I just couldn't pass up, because where else are you going to get these? Like, these are super rare. I couldn't really find anything about them. So, I mean, I'm just going to talk about these, and yeah. So, I have done a little bit of research about these, and the research, the extent of it, is literally just searching THUNDERCATS Mexican bootlegs and then image searching each figure. And I have found absolutely nothing. So, talking about research, this is a perfect time to say, if you know anything about these figures, what they are, what line they're from, leave a comment down below to just help me learn more about my figures, because these are really hard to find information on. So, let's just get into it. I'll do my least favorite to my favorite, meaning I will be starting with Panthro. Here is the figure up close. As you can see, it's a crappy Mexican bootleg, and this is the only one that I actually got the accessory to. So if you look at these nunchucks, they actually, on closer inspection, were actually hands. So I didn't realize that they were bones or just some crappy thing. But if you look closely, they are these little hands. So this is a really cool accessory, and with like this little metal chain on the inside, like, not a bad accessory, but it's just kind of made of some flimsy plastic. So in all, not too bad, but, I mean, not the best, of course. And then the figure is definitely worse quality than the accessory. The paint is the worst on this figure than on any other one. I don't know how that ended up happening, but this one is just so gross. Like, I cleaned it off, and while I was cleaning it off, my Q-tip was just turning basically brown. Like, this figure was so dirty when I got it. The hand still has some, like, pollen or paint or something in it that just I couldn't figure out how to get out. Maybe going with like a toothpick or something. But this one is just very gross. Like, because kids don't really care about the figures, because like, oh, I'm gonna get a Thundercat, and then this is what they get. Side-to-side comparison, if you really look at them both, I mean, not that bad, in the grand scheme of things. I mean, you'll see Tigra, and you'll be like, oh. He just kind of, like, got this weird expression on his face. I mean, the figure sucks. And that's what I love about it. It's crappy, it's a knockoff, it's amazing, and it's also disgusting. All the paint on the face is completely worn off. Like, all the other ones had decent paint, and for some reason, the face area of this one just got, like, absolutely destroyed. I don't know, this kid liked this one the most. Luckily, the best one is my favorite one. But I'm not really sure what the point of doing this poor figure was. Just kids, you know? The plastic on these is not actually that bad. Like, I've definitely felt worse. Like, there's some Galaxy Hole figures that have worse quality plastic. Like, not that bad. The next one I'll show off is Tigra. So, yeah, this is Tigra. This is absolutely a bootleg. This is the worst quality one of all of them. It just reeks of bootlegginess. Like, if you turn the body, the most thing that I saw is this. If you turn the body, it just completely, basically comes off. Like, I could pull. Well, I wasn't expecting it to come off that easily. Yeah, like, this can just literally come in half. It's just a peg and a body, and they stick on. Arms probably do the same thing. I'm not going to pull them off, but that sort of shows you the quality of these figures. Other than the plastic, the quality just sucks. There's molds for the legs as if they have articulation, but when you turn it, they just literally don't. Like, it's molded that way, but for some reason, just, you can't move it. So, yeah, all in all, not not the best quality. Definitely the worst, the worst quality out of all of these, other than the paint on that one. The Panther is pretty good, but, yeah, worst quality, crappy articulation, it just sucks. The paint is not that bad, like, the face kind of screwed up, the head's kind of screwed up, I mean, all of the parts are pretty screwed up, but, I mean, compared to the Panther, pretty good condition on the paint, I would say. The final, last but not least, Mumra. This figure is pretty amazing. I've even done like a show basically with it a little bit ago. I love this figure so much. This was the original one that I took because like I couldn't pass it up. I saw it, I knew I had to have it, and this is the reason that I have the other two, is because I found this, picked it up, bought it, walked away with it, held it for a little bit, and was like, yeah, I gotta go back for the other two. Just an amazing piece. It looks the best out of all of them for sure. It's the coolest, the best to hold. I just love to hold this figure. The mold is all really good, obviously because they basically copied it, but I just kind of love to hold this figure, and it's just the weight and the feel of it is just, it's so nice. The back is not even painted at all, so I mean the paint, the quality isn't that great, of course, because it's a bootleg, but the face is in really good condition, like almost no chipping other than the teeth on the face there, so just really good condition on that figure. I mean, all the paint is pretty screwed up, but like, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. Obviously, looking at these other two, yeah, the paint can be much worse. This one, along with Panthro, actually do have leg articulation, so you can move the legs and the arms. That's the only thing that moves. On this one, it has the least articulation of all of them. It just has 3 points, which are the stupid body and then the arms. This one has the same amount as Panthro, just the arms and the legs. I don't know why they decided not to do leg articulation for this one. Maybe they just got lazy. The articulation doesn't feel that terrible. I mean, I've definitely felt worse on crappy bootlegs before, and I've also seen worse. I actually got this from a different seller at the same toy show, and you can see that, yeah, it just has 2 points of articulation. Only the arms. The legs don't move, the head doesn't move. So, I mean, the standard for quality on these Mexican bootlegs was not so up there that they could care enough to add waist articulation. I mean, I guess I did with this one, kind of. But, like, head articulation, just almost never see it. And so, I mean, it's nice that they decided to add leg articulation, because it's not every figure that has those, not every line that has those. But yeah, definitely a very, very cool figure. Definitely my favorite out of all of them. After I finished recording this video, I went back and did a little bit more research, and I ended up finding this figure, and it looks like it could very possibly be in the same line. When I bought these three, the guy actually had one more figure before I found them, which someone else had bought, which was most likely a Lion-O, and I found this one, so I think this is probably the Lion-O from the same line. This was a nice video to come back with, just trying to find something that I could sit down and talk about for 10 minutes. I love these figures, and they're pretty much the only, this along with the He-Man is basically the only Mexican bootlegs that I have, other than that saw hack that I have, which I posted a video about. Go check that out if you like bootlegs. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, after getting these and that He-Man, I just realized that I want to get way more bootlegs, because I don't have that many, as of right now, so I just feel like I could get more, because they're so cool, and I just love to have those pieces in my collection. So yeah, really amazing. If you enjoyed this video, I have much more on my channel that you can check out if you enjoy videos about figures, and I have some more about like knockoffs and bootlegs. So if you like those, go check that out and just see what's on my channel, because when you're watching this, I might have a video about that He-Man or other stuff. So like, I'm about to get a Mexican bootleg Skeletor in the mail, so we're gonna get that, make a video about that for sure. That's an amazing figure as well. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. If you like this, subscribe, like the video. Trying to grow my channel, so if you can do that, it would really help. And if you know anything about these figures, just comment it and tell me, because I want to know more about them. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.